Well, hello everyone. Good morning. Oh gosh, no, it is afternoon. It is 1:30 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time in the United States. And, but, you know, sometimes this is when my day gets started. So, I'm going to first apologize to anyone who might have seen part 2 of my junk journal junk haul that got messed up somewhere. The video is good on my PC, but then somewhere in the uploading to the YouTube universe, it got, I don't know, messed up. I did something wrong. So I redid part 2, the first 25 minutes, and now I thought I had fixed the second half of that one. But apparently I didn't. So I had to take it down altogether, and now I'm redoing it, and I'm just gonna rename it maybe. This will be just another junk haul. Maybe that's what I'll call it, just another junk haul. Quick update on how my Junk Fest January journal is coming, seeing as today is February 1st. It is filling up strong. And, you know, turns out dedicated to my sweet Rook Blue Boston. If you have watched any of that, but I'll do an update flip through of how it's going, and maybe a journal with me, because I have still lots of junk to dump into this guy. But, okay, I'm going to start with the bride's notebook. I don't think this showed properly in the video. And it turns out that this is, I don't have it officially yet, but it turns out this is spoken for already, because I do have it for sale already, thinking that you saw it in the videos, but the video got messed up. So anyway, it is spoken for, but I wanted to do a flip through, especially for that customer, if she wants to see it. Okay, so the bride's notebook, it is copyright 1952, published by Bride's House, 527 Fifth Ave, New York. It was put out by, obviously, Bride's House, but it says, so many readers of the Bride's magazine have asked for a book to help them keep a running record of their many dates, budgets, responsibilities during the months before the wedding. And so they put this together in 1952. It looks like the previous owner of this one did write in it minimally. There's only a few pages, honestly 3, I think I counted all together, where they used it, wrote in it. But look at it, it's got these gorgeous tabs for all the different topics you might run into. And here's the other part. If you are a journaler at all and you don't need this for wedding planning, the penmanship that's in here is prizeworthy. And the person who had this, as far as I can tell from dates in here, it was 1956. So really, really cool. But all of this journaling space, if you're a journaler, and I apologize, I don't know the reason that the gal who's going to buy this needs it, but I just wanted to show it in full. Here we've got announcement list. Okay, and these gorgeous illustrations, really cool. So on the gift list is where there was some more writing, and it is protected by this wonderful piece of parchment. And again, the penmanship is extraordinary. The date here is all 1956. Okay, and that's all that was written in there. And then I don't remember seeing any other notes. Isn't this incredible? And I'm not sure if the camera is picking up that the pages are, you know, aged in color a little bit. Like they're not super bright white. I don't know if that's actually aged or if they started out this kind of resume paper color. But they are incredible, the pages. It's in great, great condition. And this is just like a heavy folder cover. Okay, I realized I just jumped right in because I was so excited, but if you hadn't seen my other junk haul videos, most of what I'm going to show you is from what is called an estate sale warehouse. And they are an estate sale company, and then the things that don't sell in the home sales, they bring to this warehouse, which is great because then it doesn't go to the landfill, it doesn't go to, you know, Goodwill necessarily, and there's yet another chance that this company is giving for we junk hunters to find and to give more life. So most of what I've got here is from that trip, but I throw in pieces of other trips. And I will start with this gorgeous piece of ephemera that I don't think recorded correctly in one of my previous videos. Words are always hard for me. The best of birthday wishes, Dad. And this is what's called, it's like a special kind of parchment paper. I've read a little bit about it. It makes this kind of ephemera slightly more valuable. This one says Rustcraft, Boston, USA. And it's this great peach color, which I don't know if you can see that properly. I think these two colors are my 2026 color scheme because almost everything I've purchased has these colors in it. I didn't mean to, and I'm definitely, or not typically, a pastel drawn person, but I have a lot in this color scheme. It is used. I love to find them with notes already in them. Can certainly be used again, and then tied with this great pink ribbon. I don't know if this will go for sale or not. Okay, and then linens. Some more linens that we have here. This simple hanky with the crocheted, embroidered, tatted edge in that wonderful green color. This was something that just kind of fell out of one of the linens that I bought. And I think it is like a dollhouse area rug. And I found another one of them at the Goodwill outlet bins the other day. It's in the wash right now, but I just think they're so cute, and I've kind of started to be addicted to miniatures. I have some for sale on my shop because I love the trinkets. You know, we're collecting trinkets to put on trinket shelves, and maybe it's jewelry, maybe it's, you know, just something that you love desperately, and you can put it in these, in the trinket shelves or anywhere. But I also call them desk mates on my shop because they're little things that can sit with us while we're doing our crafting, things that make us happy, things that we love. And so some of the miniatures I think would serve that purpose, and this I'll put up for sale with something else. That was a wonderful surprise. Okay, there were these two embroidered doilies, maybe placemat. I think they're probably like a lamp doily, maybe, if that's a thing. I didn't realize when I grabbed them that they weren't the same color, which makes me love them even more. What you do at a store like this is you collect the things that you love. I mean, you have to dig and you have to find, which I love to do. And then you take them up to a gentleman at the end who kind of sifts through and gives you a price. And I go to his evening sales that he offers, which is like a 3-hour junk fest for me, and thrifting therapy for me for sure. It's kind of a quiet event, and I can just dig. And sometimes I'm in a hurry because 3 hours, it turns out, seems like a lot, but it isn't for me. I could do it for all day I could. It's my exercise and my therapy. So anyway, I just grabbed them quickly. They were in 2 different bins. I knew that they were similar. I didn't realize until I got home that they're 2 different colors. Oh, I love them so much. And here's that peach again. Look at how pretty that is. I haven't washed these linens yet. And this one doesn't show it, but the reason I thought maybe it had at one time been under a lamp is because this one, the embroidery along the edge has faded on this side versus its other. Well, that's not a good example. Like some of it is a darker green, so maybe it's a different thread, or it was sitting by a window and faded with time, which I love. And I think this might become the cover. One of these might become the cover for my No-Sew Jumbo November that I haven't been able to find an official cover for. And I'm trying to stay focused so that this video doesn't go on forever and ever, but I'm going to go off on this little tangent here. So here's my No-Sew November journal that I obviously made in October or November, and I love it so much, but I keep kind of putting off the next steps because it is all of these glorious bits that I just love so much, and I don't know where to go next with it. So maybe it will just wait until next November for me to do the next steps with it. Next steps being write in it, draw in it, paint it, staple to it, all of the things. Whoops, here's some more things I guess I want to put in it when I get there. Some junk. But I was thinking, I was thinking of making one of these the cover. Like, I kind of love the cover as it is. It's this gorgeous piano player paper, and I just covered it with like a decoupage glue. I love how it sounds. I love how it feels. But I just still wanted something to go over my taped spine. And I'm thinking, although it covers a lot of that paper, it might be cool to associate one of these as the cover for this book. This would be a nice fall color. It doesn't really matter. I'm not matchy-chatchy in my personal books, but wouldn't that be neat? If you want to see how I made this one, it is in my videos. I did not mean to go off on this tangent, however. So, although that is to show you how something like this can be thrifted and then used in your journals. So those are glorious. And then I keep finding these handmade, like, hot pads or trivets. This, I think, is very old fabric. I think this peachy pink on the edge is also, there's that peach color again. And wouldn't it look good together with this? Like, I could quilt them together for a spring cover, or a Mother's Day cover. It's a little bit faded on the edges, which I love. Is this giving a good... Can you see that okay? Maybe with the blue under it, it'll bring out that color. Isn't that gorgeous? I just think it's so neat. And with that, I'm adding it to what is becoming, slowly but surely, a handmade hot pad trivet collection. I might have a problem. This is from a different estate sale, and these are from the Goodwill Outlet bins. Look, at someone handmade these. I mean, this is a machine stitch. They've done a different stitch for all of the connections of the fabrics, but look at, they're just, I think they're so fun, and they could be a journal cover as they are. They could be quilted into another one, or, you know, sewn to a binding on the side. I mean, a spine. And so I wash them. I've washed these. I probably won't iron them, but I could. This one still needs to be cleaned. This one I did wash, and it still has some of the wonderful staining. I just love these things. Okay, so that's that one. Sorry, I'm a little congested today. It is still very cold in Wisconsin. Okay, and then I found another peachy pink, really pink, hanky, and it was with the teal green. And look at how that actually looks with this too, even though it's like a bright yellow, not the same totally color palette, but it just looks so good together. So yeah, those are my colors. This was not at the estate sale, but I went to the Goodwill Outlet bins with my oldest niece, Samantha, pardon me, and she found this for me in there. Look at these. I have a huge collection of old hankies. And this one has this little girl. And the scalloped edge. Those things tell me that it's rather old, but I'm not always sure. If you don't know about the Goodwill Outlet bins, it is where things that don't sell at Goodwill or things Goodwill can't sell, that's where they go. And it is these big troughs of products. And you go in and you dig and hunt and search, and it is sold by the pound. So you weigh your cart at the end. Books at my bins are $1. And then everything else by the pound is $1.99, unless you go over a certain weight, and then it goes down to $1.59. Housewares and electronics, I think, are a different price. I never quite pay attention because she just weighs my cart and smiles, and it's wonderful. But anyway, that's where this one came from. I find all kinds of wonderful things at the Goodwill Outlet bins, and this was a prize. You really have to hunt for things like this. That has to go into the to launder pile. Okay, so then back to that estate sale warehouse. In all of their linens is this, what I think is old baby muslin. It is that super soft cotton that baby blankets and diapers were made out of. Maybe still are. I don't really know. It's got some slight staining in places, but I'm going to wash it up, and then I will use it likely. I mean, it's been washed. It's clearly clean, but I'm going to try to clean it again. But I kind of like fabrics with stains. I think it's part of the story, part of the history. But anyway, I loved how this felt, and I want to maybe quilt. It'll be the back for some quilted things that I'm thinking about doing. I have ADHD, so I think about doing a lot of things. And they don't always come to fruition. So little Post-its like this kind of help me. I mean, I try. So I have lots of good ideas. I think they're good ideas. Many don't come to fruition, but the ones that do, often I put up on my Etsy shop, so you can enjoy that. But I know this isn't maybe exciting, but it just feels so warm and yummy. So that has to go into the to be laundered pile as well. And then this might be a really good conclusion for this video. Let me do one more here. We've got this gorgeous lace. I don't have a lot of lace in this color. And let's see, does it go with our peach and green? I mean, of course it does. To me, all colors go together. Lovely. How about with our embroidery? Gorgeous. Ooh, that would make a nice layered edge. Ooh, so let's say if I were to not keep this as one piece and I were to cut out this embroidered bit, yes, I do cut into linen. Sometimes it's very hard for me, so it's possible that something like this will sit and stare at me for a very long time before I'm willing to cut into it. But I am going to give it a new life, potentially, and I'm going to love it just the same as I would as it is. But I know that that can be hard for some people to hear or witness, so, you know, I just want to put that out there, that I do have trouble with that sometimes, but I also love it. I love creating something new out of what was. Plus, if you think about it, something like this has now gone through how many decades of hands and ended up in a bin on the floor in a warehouse. Like, is it better that I cut into it and make it something new, or is it better that it stays there until however long, or until it goes to the landfill? I don't need to. I'm not trying to, like, I guess I am trying to sell the idea or defend myself to those who might be who might be against cutting into these things. I'm just going to stop talking about that. You get it. I love it if you do. I love it if you don't. Whichever way you like to do it. Okay, focus, Liz, focus. This lace is gorgeous. And I think it's old. Look at how that makes an awesome journal trim. Let's see, I have a little, here's one of my little mini journals that I'm going to put up for sale soon. That's just an eclectic mix of papers. It is sewn together. And if you were to say, purchase something like this, this would be a great piece of swag that you could include in it and make it your own. I'm also working on some with this pink bow, which of course I won't have done for Valentine's Day, I don't think, but maybe. And this color would even look great in there. Oh, this would look good in there, wouldn't it? As always, let me know if there's anything that you love from what I show. And my brain has trouble prioritizing what to put up on for sale before all the others. And so if you are like, Liz, I love that, I have to have that, I will put it up in the shop before others. I mean, the linens take a little longer because I clean them, and it's harder for me to let them go. So sometimes that takes longer. But you would encourage me if you want it. Like this one. I did put it up for sale, and I'm glad I did, because I would have held on to it for way too long, and someone already wants to enjoy it. So that is why I love doing these junk hauls and letting you know that I do sell it. Okay, so then our conclusion for this video is this gorgeous book, journal. Wouldn't it be an amazing gift for Mother's Day? Let me put my little trinket dish that I'm going to sell. I don't know if I'm going to sell it online or I have a tiny little booth at a store in town, which is in Waterford, Wisconsin. It is called 2nd Street Stuff. I just sell little stuff there that's hard to ship. I would be scared to ship this. But isn't that cute? Oh, look at what's happening here. Look at what's happening here. Oh, okay. Okay. I better get on it, right? I better start creating. Back to this. I'll leave that there. So it's called Mother by S.E. Kaiser? And it is signed Lovingly, Leo, June 24th, 1915. I think the copyright is 1912. Designed and printed in the shop of P.F. Volland and Company, Chicago. It's very cool illustrations. And then it turns out that this is a book of like poems or sayings, and then each page is then followed by a blank, gorgeous marbled paper page. And it has a bit of a deckled edge, which is glorious. Copyright, yes, 1912. So then each poem page has these illustrations, then followed by a journal page. I don't know how much to sell it for yet. Little sheep. But wouldn't this be an incredible Mother's Day gift, especially to someone who journals? My mother in particular does not love super sentimental or cute things. So it might not be the best gift for her, even if, I mean, she would appreciate any gift, of course, but it's not quite her style. It might not be your mother's style unless they're a journaler. And then this falls right into their collection of delicious, wonderful ephemera, keepsake, history. I mean, this is an antique, and I'm not sure it's ever been fully opened. The spine is quite taut. So, look at all this paper. It's just, okay, this will be hard for me to let go. But if you are willing to put a comment and you said something like, Wiz, I need this combination of things, then I would put that together for you, no doubt about it. And if you wanted me to hurry up with one of these books, I would do that too. I mean, anything that you guys would say is something you want to see me do or you want to buy is going to be something I want to put at the top of my priority list. And I need that help. I need help prioritizing. So Honestly, please never hesitate to say you want to see me just do it for show, or you want to see it for sale. Please don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. You can even, judge here if you want to. I guess I'd rather you didn't, but you're more than welcome. I have trouble concluding a video. I have trouble saying goodbye. And so I'm just going to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for encouraging me to keep creating and shopping and sharing, because it is important for me, for my own self-care. Thank you. I love you. Bye.